Real Madrid were defeated by PSG in the Club World Cup semi-final. From what I saw, there are three major issues with how Madrid played in this match. Let's break them down. First up, there's a structural issue with the lineup. Xabi Alonso sets up in a 4-3-3, sticking with a traditional back four. And up front, he surprisingly goes with Mbappé, Vinicius, and Gonzalo Garcia. It looks bold on paper, but the balance is off. This setup has two big problems. First, the defensive coverage, especially out wide, is seriously lacking. Let's be honest, only 6 players are actually able to contribute defensively. And the 2 wingers? Their pressing and tracking back are more symbolic than real. You'll see clear examples of this later in the video. I've talked about Arsenal and PSG before. Both can play with a front 3 because their wide players press hard and recover fast. Madrid can't do that right now. Second, no technical outlet at the back. Without players like Trent or Hulsen, Madrid really struggle to play through PSG's high press. Their build-up under pressure just doesn't hold up. The second major issue? Defensive focus, especially down the left side. Real Madrid really struggle to protect the half space on that flank, and PSG waste no time targeting it. Just 3 minutes in, Fabian Ruiz makes a smart third-man run right into that gap and gets off a dangerous shot. And not even 20 seconds later, Hakimi sneaks into the same channel, plays a simple low pass across the box, and Nuno Mendes nearly scores, if not for a brilliant save from Courtois. Then in the 5th minute, we get a clear look at Madrid's 4-3-3 defensive shape. PSG work the ball through, with Doué making a run into the half space and whipping in a low cross. Asensio tries to bring it down instead of clearing it, not the worst idea, but look closely, Dembélé is already sprinting in to press. Add in a slightly heavy first touch from Asensio, and possession lost. Now, this might look like an isolated mistake. But if you zoom out and connect it to the earlier chances down that same channel, it points to something deeper. Madrid are really vulnerable in that left side half space. Minute 8, and again, the problem comes from the left. PSG sit in their 4-3-3 defensive shape. Mbappé could take a couple extra steps here to drop between the lines, offer an extra passing option, maybe stretch the PSG backline a bit. But he went for a casual walk instead. Now watch Dembélé. His pressing is textbook. First, he drops just enough to block both of Bellingham's options to switch play to the weak side. The moment Bellingham plays it back to Rudiger, Dembélé explodes forward to press. What happens next is wild. Rudiger actually has 3 safe passing lanes, but he completely whiffs it. Gifts the ball straight to Dembélé, and he scores it. The third issue, and this is a big one, is the player's defensive attitude. Let's look at this moment. Both of Madrid's wingers stay high and don't track back, which leaves the entire wide area to just the 3 midfielders. Vitinha and Nuno Mendes rotate positions smoothly, and with Fabian Ruiz also drifting into that right side area, PSG suddenly create an overload in that zone, leaving the Madrid player stuck between 2 options. And here's the real problem. The forwards don't drop to help cover the width, and they don't put any real pressure on the ball either. So PSG's backline has all the time in the world to pick out a pass. They find Nuno Mendes standing in acres of space, and just like that, PSG create a clean 4v4 situation in the final third. Now let's break down this sequence during Madrid's high press. Watch Vinicius here. If he just takes a couple more steps, PSG's centre-back doesn't get an easy pass into midfield. But he's just strolling, and that's all it takes. Tchouaméni, who should be anchoring the midfield, is forced to step up and cover. The pass goes backward, but Mbappé and Vinicius apply zero pressure, so PSG's keeper calmly shifts it wide to Hakimi. Now Bellingham has to rotate over and pick up Hakimi. When Madrid's midfield gets pulled apart, PSG take full advantage. Doué drops deep, and with only Arda Güler left in midfield, he can't recover in time. Rudiger has to step up and follow. Then comes the killer move. Hakimi plays 2 quick 1-2s down the right, and suddenly Madrid's backline is down to just 1 centre-back and 1 full-back. Hakimi breaks forward at full speed, whips in a cross, and Fabian Ruiz finishes it off. This moment really highlights a key truth in modern football. When even one player doesn't defend, the rest of the team has to work twice as hard, and the entire system starts to break down. And in this match, Madrid had two players not doing their defensive job. This might be the most important issue Xabi Alonso has to address heading into next season.